Hi viewers, hearty welcome to this SLO on Baeyer-Wilger oxidation. What is Baeyer-Wilger oxidation? Baeyer-Wilger oxidation reaction is a very famous reaction, a versatile reaction used in carbonyl compounds chapter for the conversion of carbonyl compounds into esters. How is this reaction occurring? In this particular reaction, a carbonyl compound, namely an aldehyde or a ketone, will be treated with any peracid to convert that one into an ester. Generally, metachloroperbenzoic acid is the most common peracid that is being used in Baeyer-Wilger oxidation. There may be several questions arising in your brain that whether this particular Baeyer-Wilger oxidation is applicable to all carbonyl compounds, that is, all types of aldehydes, aromatic, aliphatic, etc., all types of ketones, like we have different ketones, symmetric ketones, unsymmetric ketones, cyclic ketones, and then mixed ketones, etc. However, in majority of cases, Baeyer-Wilger oxidation holds good. Let's go to the details of this particular Baeyer-Wilger oxidation reaction on the board now. As I have already told you that in Baeyer-Wilger oxidation reaction, a peracid, namely metachloroperbenzoic acid, is utilized for the conversion of a carbonyl compound into an ester. Here I have taken a symmetric ketone, namely acetone. I treated that acetone with metachloroperbenzoic acid, a peracid, and here I got methyl acetate as an ester. Now, if I take an unsymmetric ketone, then what is the product obtained? Let me consider an unsymmetric ketone. I want to consider a cyclic ketone here. I have taken this. I am treating it with any peracid. Need not be metachloroperbenzoic acid all the time. Even performic acid, peracetic acid can be considered. So I have taken this. Immediately you are getting a question that oxygen from the peracid will be inserted at this place or at this place. Now, here we need to apply the migratory aptitude of the groups. So, whenever such scenario arises, this is the major product form that we are going to explain in our mechanism. This is the major product. Okay. So, therefore, oxygen gets inserted onto a more substituted alkyl group compared to a less substituted alkyl group. This is the second example that I would like to give. Third example that I would like to give is I have taken a mixed ketone. Let us suppose I am taking a methyl phenyl ketone, which is also called as acetophenone, and I am treating this with metachloroperbenzoic acid. Then, if it undergoes Baeyer-Wilger oxidation, what is the product obtained? Here also it is unsymmetric ketone. Therefore, you are having a doubt whether oxygen atom from the peracid will be inserted towards left or towards right. Because phenyl group is having higher migratory aptitude compared to an alkyl group, oxygen gets inserted towards the right side here. As a result, the product obtained is this compound. Okay, so phenyl acetate is the compound obtained. Let us look at the mechanism of this particular Baeyer-Wilger oxidation now. Now let us focus on the mechanism of Baeyer-Wilger oxidation reaction. This mechanism seems to be a little bit complex. This involves several steps. Here we have an acid, especially a peracid, being treated with a ketone. Okay, so what happens? First, protonation of the ketone occurs. Next, the attack of peracid on the carbonyl compound which is being protonated will occur. Then automatically deprotonation takes place. Now, the most crucial step in this particular Baeyer-Wilger oxidation is the migration of an alkyl or aryl group depending upon the priority. And towards the end, removal of carboxylic acid will give the end product, namely ester. Let us look at the mechanism step by step. So, the overall mechanism of Baeyer-Williger oxidation reaction involves several stages. In the first stage, protonation of the carbonyl compound taken by you will be occurring. In the second stage, that protonated carbonyl compound will be attacked by the peracid. Deprotonation occurs, followed by the migration of alkyl or aryl group depending upon the priority. And then towards the end, a removal of carboxylic acid to give us the ester of our choice. Now let us look at the mechanism of Baeyer-Williger oxidation reaction step by step on the board. The mechanism of this particular Baeyer-Williger oxidation reaction involves several steps, as I told you already. The first step is protonation of the carbonyl compound taken. Let us suppose I am taking a phenyl methyl ketone, namely acetophenone, CH3, C double bond O, a phenyl group. I am treating this with an acid. So this acid will give us a proton, and this proton gets attacked on the carbonyl oxygen because of the two lone pairs available on oxygen. So as a result, we are going to get a protonated carbonyl compound like this. Double bond OH with positive charge on oxygen because it has donated its lone pair to the proton. Now this protonated carbonyl compound obtained in step 1 will be treated with the peracid again, as shown here. I am taking a peracid. I can take any peracid of my choice. I am taking some R, C double bond O, H. This is the peracid I am taking. This peracid lost a proton and it gives us this anion, and this is the proton obtained. Now this anion comes and attacks this carbon. As a result, this pi bond will be moving on to oxygen, giving a product which is CH3, COH, phenyl group on the right, and at the bottom I have this oxygen attached to the carbon. So oxygen, oxygen again, C double bond O, and then R. That's it. This is the product obtained. Now in third step, this particular product obtained in second step will be protonated again, and now this proton will be attacking the lone pairs available on the ester group oxygen as shown here. As a result, I am getting this compound CH3, C, OH, phenyl group, O, C, double bond OH plus, and then R. That's it. Okay. Now what happens? Because this particular group is having higher migratory aptitude, this group comes and attacks on this oxygen. Very crucial step that I am talking. Immediately this bond will be migrated like this, and this bond will be migrated onto oxygen to suppress the positive charge on oxygen. This is the carboxylic acid that I can eliminate. RC double bond OH. What is the residual species that I have got? The residual species that I have got is CH3, a positive charge on the carbon because it has lost the phenyl group along with the bond pair. Now OH, O, to this particular O, the phenyl group is migrated. Now this species loses a proton to give the ester of our choice. Okay, then what is the ester that we are going to get? The ester that we are going to get is C double bond O, because the proton is removed from here, and then this is the ester obtained. Okay, that's it.